No chance for Sussex. Princess Anne tipped for elevated royal title kicked Harry out of the royal. Princess Anne has been tipped to be given an elevated title under King Charles III, due to her unrivaled work ethic. The Princess Royal was tipped by Omid Scobie, royal expert, to have become more important to the royal family than ever before. Mr. Scobie wrote that the king needs Anne more than anyone else in the family after becoming monarch. The expert noted that while Charles spent a day at Highgrove Home reflecting, Anne forged ahead with her duties, returning to Scotland to meet with representatives from organisations Her Majesty was patron of and chatting with well-wishers in Glasgow who had come to pay their respects. He added, as the stalwart of the family, Anne has reliably been present during every moment since the September 8 death of the sovereign and will continue to be so until she is buried at St George's Chapel in Windsor on Monday. It should come as no surprise, it's how she earned the title as hardest working member of the family, carrying out more than 387 engagements last year alone, even with COVID as an obstacle. She needs no praise nor attention, a family friend told me this week. The work itself is where she gets her satisfaction. Writing for Yahoo News, Mr. Scobie added that for the Princess Royal a life of that work is all she has known, with the royal taking on her first duties as a teenage. He said, while much talk is now focused on other family members stepping up to support the new king, or those bigger roles taken on by the newly styled Prince and Princess of Wales, it's business as usual for Anne, who I'm told already has a packed diary of engagements to dive into the moment royal mourning ends 7 days after the funeral. Mr. Scobie concluded by saying, as he takes to the throne, the king will need support from those who can provide wise counsel and be trustworthy enough to guide him as he navigates his new role. After all, with changing tides when it comes to support of the royal family from younger and more diverse groups, it will not be an easy walk. It's rumoured that a new, elevated title may be on the horizon for Anne, and I can't think of anyone in the family more deserving. But if it happens, don't expect it to make much difference. Title or no title, Anne will always go above and beyond the call of duty, whether anyone is watching or not. When Queen Elizabeth II died at her Highlands Castle in Scotland, age 96, Anne, who was very close to her mother, was there with her brother Charles. A woman who rarely displays her emotions, pictures showed Anne's heartbreak on her face. But she carried on, escorting the Queen's coffin home through days of ceremonies in Scotland and in London leading up to the funeral Monday at Windsor Castle. Pictures and video of Anne, a former Olympic athlete previously known for her poker face and steely mien, evoked sympathy and admiration for her fortitude. And she made history as the first royal woman to march in the funeral processions and stand vigil by the Queen's coffin with her brothers. Now there is an expectation she will be more prominent in the reign of her brother, King Charles III. She might even be returned to the status of Councillor of State, one of 5 top royals delegated to step in if the king is incapacitated or abroad. Anne is 16th in line to the throne, even though she is the second of the late Queen's 4 children. That's because she was born before a new law was passed in 2013, changing the rules for the succession so that it is based on birth order, not gender, known as male primogeniture.